Have you ever woken up and noticed that your energy isn't what it used to be? Maybe you sit up in bed and already feel a heaviness in your body, even though you just slept for 7 or 8 hours. Your joints feel stiff, your thoughts a bit foggy, and the idea of getting started on the day, exhausting. And maybe you've wondered, is this just what getting older feels like? But what if I told you that it doesn't have to be? What if that drained, sluggish feeling isn't just age catching up with you, but rather a result of small habits that are silently stealing your energy every single morning? You see, aging does bring changes. That's no secret. Our metabolism slows down, our sleep patterns shift, and our muscles don't quite bounce back like they used to. But what's often overlooked is how powerful our morning routine is. The choices we make in the first hour of our day can either recharge us or rob us. And the best part, it's never too late to make a change. So today I want to talk to you, not like a doctor or a coach, but like a friend who genuinely wants to see you feeling stronger, more alert, and more alive in your own body. Because energy isn't just for the young, it's for the wise. Let's dive into a few things you might be doing without even realizing they're draining your energy, and more importantly, what you can do instead to bring that spark back. Let's start with the first habit, and it's one I bet nearly all of us are guilty of: skipping water in the morning. Now I know you've heard it before, drink water. It sounds so simple, doesn't it? But here's the thing, after 6, 7, maybe even 8 hours of sleep, your body is actually in a state of mild dehydration. That means your brain, your muscles, even your heart is working a little harder than it needs to just to keep you upright. When you wake up and reach straight for that cup of coffee, or worse, skip fluids altogether, you're asking your body to run on fumes. But something amazing happens when you drink a glass of water first thing in the morning. It's like giving your organs a fresh start. Your metabolism perks up, toxins start to flush out, and your brain wakes up like someone opened the curtains after a long night. Try this tomorrow before your feet even hit the floor. Reach for a glass of room temperature water. You can even add a slice of lemon if you'd like. Give your body the gift of hydration before anything else. You'll be surprised how such a small act can shift your whole morning. Now let's move to the second energy drainer, and this one may surprise you: lying in bed after waking up. It feels so good sometimes, doesn't it? To just lie there warm and cozy under the covers, telling yourself you'll get up in a minute. But here's the truth. The longer you lie in bed after waking, the more confused your body becomes about whether it should be alert or asleep. Your body thrives on rhythm. Your internal clock, or what scientists call your circadian rhythm, wants to know when it's time to sleep and when it's time to rise. But if you keep hitting the snooze button or lying in bed checking your phone or watching TV, you blur that line. And instead of rising with clarity and momentum, you start your day feeling groggy and sluggish. Instead, make it a ritual to sit up, stretch your arms, and take 3 deep breaths. Then gently move your legs to the floor and stand up. Don't rush, but don't linger. Get your body vertical, even if all you do is walk to the kitchen and sit down with your water. That single motion, rising with purpose, sends a message to your brain. I'm awake. I'm alive. Let's begin. Which brings us to the third habit, and this one can truly transform your mornings if you let it: not moving your body. Now hold on. This isn't about running marathons or lifting weights. You don't need to put on workout clothes or break a sweat. I'm simply talking about gentle morning movement and how incredibly powerful it is, especially as we age. Think of your body like a stream. When it flows, it's alive. When it's still, it starts to stagnate. The same goes for your joints, your muscles, even your digestion. Just 5 to 10 minutes of light stretching, gentle yoga, or even walking around your home can unlock a new wave of energy inside you. Start by rolling your shoulders. Reach your arms up to the sky. Wiggle your fingers, flex your ankles, and stretch your legs. Feel the life in your limbs again. This signals to your body that you're here, you're present, and you're ready to face the day. And here's a little secret. Morning movement doesn't just improve your energy, it lifts your mood. It gets those feel-good hormones like dopamine and serotonin flowing, which makes you feel lighter, happier, and more in control of your day. So tomorrow morning, after you've had your water and gotten out of bed with intention, take just a few minutes to move. Put on your favorite song, sway to the rhythm, stretch like a cat waking from a nap. Let your body know it's time to come alive. Now, I know some of this might sound simple, and that's the beauty of it. Reclaiming your energy doesn't have to be complicated or overwhelming. It's about choosing small actions with great intention. These habits aren't about trying to be 25 again. They're about honoring the version of you that exists today, right now, and giving that version the tools to feel strong, awake, and full of life. You've lived decades. You've seen the world change around you. You've weathered storms and celebrated joys that only come with time and experience. Your energy isn't lost. It's waiting for you to shift a few morning choices and invite it back in. Now, what we've covered so far are the physical habits: hydration, rising, and movement. But there's something equally important, perhaps even more powerful, and it starts not in the body, but in the mind. Because the truth is, if your mind isn't energized, your body can't keep up. So in our next part, we're going to explore how to keep your mind sharp, active, and engaged. Because a vibrant mind leads to a vibrant life, no matter your age. And I promise the changes we'll talk about are simple, joyful, and deeply empowering. Stick with me, because this journey is just beginning, and I've got so much more to share with you. Have you noticed that some days you just can't seem to think clearly? Maybe the names of familiar faces escape you for a moment, or you walk into a room and forget why you're there. It can be frustrating and a little scary, but here's the truth. This isn't the end of the road. Your brain is still capable of growth, healing, and strength, no matter how many candles were on your last birthday cake. You see, mental sharpness isn't about being perfect. It's about staying engaged. Just like muscles need to be stretched and used, the brain needs daily stimulation to stay strong. And here's the thing. Many of us unknowingly start our mornings in ways that slowly dull that edge over time. Let's take a closer look at what's really happening and what you can do starting tomorrow morning to shift things in your favor. One silent energy killer is waking up to mental noise. Think about it. What's the first thing that enters your mind when you wake up? For many, it's worry, bills, doctor appointments, loneliness, aches and pains, the news, a growing list of things to remember or take care of. That noise begins to drain your mental energy before you even put on your slippers. But imagine this instead. What if before the worry creeps in, you could anchor your mind on something simple and powerful? One word, one intention, one image of peace or strength. Starting your morning with even a short moment of mental stillness, a prayer, deep breath, or short mantra can reset your brain chemistry. It lowers cortisol, the stress hormone, and it gives your brain a small window to ground itself before the chaos begins. I know some people say, well, my mind's too busy for that, but even 5 minutes of quiet time before breakfast, without a TV blaring or your phone in your hand, can change the entire tone of your day. And for those of us in our golden years, we've earned the right to peace. Now, let's talk about something that might surprise you. Mental movement. Just like your joints stiffen without use, your brain slows down when it isn't challenged. And no, I'm not talking about algebra or memorizing Shakespeare. Mental stimulation can be joyful and fun. Have you tried learning a new game lately? A language? Maybe picked up a musical instrument again? The act of learning literally creates new pathways in the brain. This is called neuroplasticity. It's like building mental highways that keep your memory sharp and your thinking quick. And even simpler, do you read in the morning? Just 10 minutes with a good book, an uplifting article, or even the morning paper trains your brain to process, to interpret, to engage. That stimulation is like morning coffee for your mind, without the crash. Now here's one that's often overlooked: lack of social interaction. You may not realize it, but isolation can be one of the biggest drains on mental energy. Even if you feel fine being alone, your brain still craves connection. And the truth is, especially as we age, our social circles often shrink. Friends move away, family gets busy, loved ones pass on. But letting go of conversation, laughter, and shared experiences is like closing the windows in a house. Eventually, the air gets stale. A simple phone call in the morning, a breakfast club at the local community center, saying good morning to a neighbor. These are more than just pleasantries, they are powerful cognitive exercises. Every conversation, every exchange of ideas, helps keep your mind agile and emotionally fulfilled. And let's not forget another sneaky culprit: negative self-talk. When you wake up in the morning and your first thoughts are, "I'm too old for this," or "My best years are behind me," you set a heavy tone for the day, and your brain listens to that message. Every single day, your thoughts shape your emotions, and your emotions shape your energy. But here's the beautiful truth. Your brain is listening to everything you tell it. So let's change the script. What if instead of criticizing yourself, you greeted the day with a gentle affirmation like, "I am still growing," or "There is still beauty in my life"? These aren't just feel-good sayings. They rewire the brain toward hope, toward energy, toward life. This shift in morning mindset is one of the most powerful tools you have. And it doesn't require medication or massive change. It just needs consistency. If you're wondering where to start, here's something practical. Keep a notebook by your bed. Each morning, write down one thing you're looking forward to. It could be something as simple as your favorite tea, a walk in the sun, or a phone call with your daughter. That tiny practice trains your brain to anticipate joy, not dread. And speaking of joy, have you ever noticed how music can lift your mood in an instant? That's not just nostalgia. Music activates the emotional centers of the brain and can actually improve memory and focus, especially if it's tied to happy memories. Try playing a favorite tune as you get ready in the morning. Hum along, move a little. You'll be amazed at how much brighter your morning feels with just a melody. So here's the takeaway. Your mind is not fading. It's just waiting for you to engage with it again. Treat it like a beloved garden. Water it with positive thoughts. Feed it with new experiences, and give it sunlight through connection and joy. You're not losing your mind. You just need to change how you start your mornings. Because when you wake up with intention, clarity, and connection, your energy doesn't get drained. It gets restored. And now that you know how to awaken your mind, let's go even deeper. You see, energy isn't just physical or mental, it's also emotional. The heart has its own wisdom. And the truth is, even when your body and mind are in decent shape, if your emotional tank is running on empty, everything feels harder. So in the next part, let's talk about emotional wellness, how to wake up with a lighter heart, deeper gratitude, and a stronger sense of peace. Because your joy matters, and it's never too late to feel truly alive again. There's something sacred about the morning. It's quiet, still, a blank page. But for many people, especially as the years roll on, the morning becomes a heavy time, when the silence feels more like loneliness and the stillness feels like a weight pressing down on the chest. What most don't realize is that emotional energy, not just physical strength or mental sharpness, is the true fuel of your day. When your emotions are low, everything else feels like a mountain. The simple act of getting dressed can feel exhausting. Making breakfast becomes a chore. Talking to loved ones can feel like work, and you start wondering, where did my energy go? Let's be honest, emotional exhaustion is real, and it often begins the moment we open our eyes. The first habit we must break is waking up with resentment. Resentment over the past, regret about missed opportunities, grief that lingers quietly, like an unwelcome shadow. These emotions don't scream, they whisper, they sit in the corners of our minds, unnoticed, but draining. Over time they poison the morning with bitterness, replacing peace with sadness. And here's the most heartbreaking part. Many people don't even realize it's happening. They wake up feeling off, assuming it's just old age or poor sleep. But deep down, it's emotional clutter weighing them down. That's why forgiveness isn't just about others. It's about energy, about reclaiming your morning peace. If you're holding on to old pain, I want you to know this. You don't have to carry it into tomorrow. There is a beautiful, gentle strength in waking up and saying, "Today I let that go," even just a little. You're not forgetting. You're not pretending. You're freeing your soul so it can rise again. Another silent killer of morning energy is emotional isolation. Let's talk about it honestly. As we age, people leave, whether by distance or death or time. The social circle shrinks, and no one prepares you for that ache. Waking up without someone beside you, drinking coffee alone, having no one to share that sunrise with. This kind of loneliness isn't fixed with noise or distraction. It's healed through connection, even small ones. A morning message to a friend, a shared breakfast once a week, a walk with a neighbor, and most importantly, connecting with yourself. Yes, yourself. Because emotional isolation often begins when we stop talking kindly to ourselves, when we stop checking in with our own hearts. How often do you ask yourself in the morning, how am I feeling? Not just physically, but emotionally. Joyful, heavy, grateful, numb? This simple question is powerful. It tells your inner child, your inner spirit, I see you, I care about you, you matter. And once you acknowledge how you feel, here's the magic. You can choose to shift it, not with fake positivity, but with small acts of self-kindness. Make yourself a beautiful breakfast, even if no one else is around. Open the curtains and let the sunlight bless your skin. Light a candle, play a song that lifts your soul. Speak to your heart the way you would speak to your best friend. Softly, gently, with compassion. Now let's talk about another habit that drains emotional energy. Starting the day in comparison. It's subtle. You see someone younger on TV, walking faster, laughing louder, and you feel a sting. You scroll online and see people traveling, dancing, living, and think, that used to be me. Or worse, I missed my chance. But comparison is a thief. It steals your joy. And in the morning when your heart is most tender, it can rob you of the energy you need just to feel alive. So instead, try this. Each morning, list 3 things your life has taught you that no 25-year-old could ever know. Wisdom, patience, resilience. You've survived things that would break others. You've seen love, loss, healing, growth. Let that remind you, you are not behind. You are becoming. Your energy isn't gone. It's just hidden beneath layers of self-doubt and societal lies. And one more emotional trap, waking up without gratitude. This one is simple, but life-changing. Gratitude is the emotional fire starter, the ignition to your soul. Without it, the morning feels gray and dull. But when you practice gratitude, even for the smallest things, it's like opening the windows to your heart. Try this tomorrow before getting out of bed. Place your hand on your chest and whisper 3 things you're grateful for, even if they're small. I'm grateful for this warm blanket. I'm grateful for my morning tea. I'm grateful for the strength to wake up today. This one practice done daily can dramatically shift your emotional energy. And here's the truth. Emotional energy isn't about being happy all the time. It's about being alive, engaged, compassionate, real. It's allowing yourself to feel, but not be consumed, to love without fear, to wake up not with dread, but with curiosity. So if you've been waking up in emotional heaviness, please know this, you are not broken. You are healing. You are not behind. You are rising. You are not alone. We are walking this path together. In our next part, we'll move deeper into your body's role in morning energy, how movement, hydration, and posture affect your vitality, and which physical morning habits are silently draining your power without you even noticing. Because when your body, mind, and heart rise together, that's when your energy returns. That's when you become unstoppable. There's a wisdom that lives in your bones, not just the stories of your youth or the scars of survival, but a living wisdom buried deep inside your muscles, your breath, your posture. It speaks every morning, but too often we don't listen. And so we begin the day disconnected. We stumble out of bed, stiff, slow, tired. We say, I must be getting old. But age is not the enemy, disconnection is. Let's look at the habits that quietly sabotage your physical energy every morning, without you even realizing. The first habit, not moving your body within the first 10 minutes. The body is designed to flow, not freeze. But most people wake up and immediately go into stillness, scrolling on their phone, watching TV, sitting in silence. Here's what's happening inside. Your blood is stagnant, your oxygen levels are low, and your lymphatic system, the garbage disposal of your body, is asleep. Without movement, your body stays in sleep mode far longer than it should. Your energy gets trapped, your joints remain tight, your mind stays foggy. But here's the beautiful truth. You don't need a full workout to wake up. You just need rhythm, flow, breath. Try this. The moment you wake up, stand tall, roll your shoulders, stretch your arms to the sky, rotate your spine gently, like a slow dance. Then take 10 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Feel your ribs expand. Feel your body say, I'm here, I'm ready. This single practice can change your entire energy for the day, because movement isn't about effort, it's about activation. The second silent killer, skipping hydration. You've just gone 7-8 hours with no water. Your body is dehydrated, your blood is thicker, your brain is slower, your organs are sluggish, and yet most people start their day with coffee. Now, coffee has its place, but starting your day dehydrated is like trying to run a car without oil. It might move, but it's burning itself up inside. Try this instead. Drink a full glass of water before anything else. Add a pinch of sea salt and a squeeze of lemon if you can. That tiny change, it rehydrates your cells. It wakes up your kidneys. It refreshes your mind. It's like giving your body a soft, good morning hug from the inside out. You'll be amazed how much energy you've been leaving on the table, just because you skipped water. The third habit, poor posture and shallow breathing. This one is subtle. You might not even notice it, but most people wake up and immediately collapse their body, slouching, shoulders forward, chest tight. It's a body language that whispers, I'm tired, I'm defeated. But posture isn't just about looking confident. It's a biological signal to your nervous system. When you stand tall, you breathe deeper. When you breathe deeper, you oxygenate your brain. When your brain has oxygen, you feel alert, clear, and alive. So first thing in the morning, before you reach for the phone, before you speak to anyone, check your posture. Open your chest, lift your chin slightly, stand or sit with dignity. Tell your body, I am awake, I am powerful, I am present. This tiny act can shift your entire state. The fourth hidden trap, cold rushed showers. Let's talk about how you cleanse your body. Many people hop into the shower as a chore, fast, cold, and disconnected. But your skin is your largest organ. Your body responds to temperature, touch, and rhythm like a symphony. So why not make it a ceremony? Use warm water to stimulate blood flow. Gently massage your arms, your legs, your neck. Use your hands like you're sculpting a statue, reminding each part of your body that it is sacred, alive, worthy. This isn't vanity, it's energy work. When you touch your body with intention, you awaken the nervous system. You send love to the places that have carried you through decades. You return to your body like a long-lost friend. Even a 5-minute mindful shower can replace hours of fatigue. The fifth and final energy drainer, eating too late, or not at all. Let's be honest, appetite changes with age. But skipping breakfast or eating processed, sugary foods first thing in the morning is like pouring sand into your gas tank. Your body needs fuel, but it needs the right fuel. If you wake up and flood your system with sugar or refined carbs, you spike your blood sugar, only to crash hard an hour later. You feel sleepy, irritable, and drained. Instead, focus on stable energy, a boiled egg with avocado, oatmeal with cinnamon and nuts, a smoothie with greens and a little protein, even just fruit with nut butter and a tea. It doesn't have to be big, but it does need to be real, whole, alive, natural, because your cells are listening. They need nourishment, not noise. So now let's breathe this all in. Your physical energy is not lost. It's simply been hidden beneath habits you didn't even know were draining you. But when you move with intention, when you hydrate with care, when you breathe deeply, stand proudly and nourish gently, something shifts. You return to yourself. You reawaken the temple that is your body, and you begin to rise not just as a person, but as a living force. And the best part, it's never too late. In the next part of our journey, we move into the mental battlefield, the thought loops, the self-talk, the inner critic that begins attacking the moment you wake up. You'll learn how to break free from the invisible narratives draining your clarity and confidence, and how to reclaim the power of your morning mind. Because your energy begins with your story, and it's time to write a new one. Before your feet even touch the floor, a battle has already begun. Not with the world outside, but with the voice inside. The whisper that says, why even try today? You're already behind. You're too old for this. You're not enough. This voice doesn't scream. It seeps, quiet, constant, deadly. It loops through your head like a broken record, and you don't even realize it's stealing your life force. So let's pull the curtain back. Let's expose the morning mental habits that silently kill your energy and how to break free. First, waking up and immediately going into problem-solving mode. It sounds noble, responsible, even admirable. But here's what's really happening. The moment you wake up, your brain is vulnerable, still in a soft, open alpha state. This is the window where you shape your state of being for the day. But what do most people do? They open their eyes and instantly start reviewing problems. What bills are due? Why hasn't my son called? What if something goes wrong today? And now your body is in a war it hasn't even seen yet. Your cortisol spikes. Your breath shortens. Your nervous system enters survival mode before the sun has risen. What if, instead of panic, you planted peace? Instead of asking, what's wrong? Ask, what am I grateful for? What part of me is healing today? What would a powerful version of me look like this morning? Even 60 seconds of empowered thought in the morning can change your biological chemistry. Not a metaphor, real science. Your hormones shift. Your brain pathways rewire. It's not toxic positivity. It's mental leadership. The second energy leak? Negative self-talk while looking in the mirror. This one is subtle, sneaky, and extremely common. You go to brush your teeth, you glance at your reflection, and without even realizing, the voice says, "You look tired. You've aged. God, what happened to you?" Now pause. If a stranger said that to your mother, your daughter, your best friend, what would you do? But we say it to ourselves every single morning. And we wonder why our confidence feels empty, why our soul feels dim. You don't need to fake self-love, but you do need to stop assaulting your own energy. Here's a small but powerful shift. When you look in the mirror, speak one truth with kindness. Just one. I'm still here. I'm learning to be gentle with myself. My strength is quiet, but it's growing. You don't need a motivational speech. You just need a different starting sentence. Third mental habit that robs your energy: mindless media within the first 30 minutes. The scroll, the news, the noise, every swipe, every headline, every voice. It's not just information, it's identity programming. The first voices you hear each morning become the background music of your day. So if you start your morning with chaos, comparison, or fear, your energy becomes fragmented, anxious, uncentered. Instead, give your mind space. Even 10 minutes of silence, or journaling, or uplifting audio, or sitting with tea and watching the trees move. What matters isn't what you consume, it's whether it aligns with who you're becoming. Protect your mental field like a sacred temple, because the world will offer you 1,000 distractions, but peace, you must choose that on purpose. Fourth silent killer: thinking the same thoughts you did yesterday. Most people live on autopilot. 90% of today's thoughts are just recycled loops from the day before. Worry, regret, self-doubt. They aren't new, they're rehearsed. But here's the spiritual truth: you are not your thoughts. You are the one who hears them. That means you can interrupt them. That means you can insert new ones. Here's a technique. Each morning, write 3 new beliefs about yourself. Even if you don't fully believe them yet. I am becoming stronger. I release what no longer serves me. I am guided by wisdom, not fear. This is how mental alchemy begins. Not by erasing old thoughts, but by overriding them with intention. And the final habit: not giving yourself a single win before noon. Here's what most people do. They chase productivity. They juggle a dozen things. They feel behind, unworthy, scattered. But imagine this. What if before 10 a.m. you gave yourself just one small victory? Maybe it's making your bed with presence. Maybe it's 10 minutes of mindful stretching. Maybe it's finishing a short chapter, praying, walking outside, smiling at your partner. These tiny actions tell your mind, I can finish things. I am in motion. I am capable. Momentum is emotional. When you start your day with a win, your mind craves more. Energy builds, confidence returns, discipline awakens, and you no longer beg the world to validate you. You validate yourself. So here's the truth. Your mind is a garden, and your morning thoughts are the seeds. If you plant weeds, self-judgment, fear, regret, you'll harvest exhaustion. But if you plant courage, presence, and truth, you'll rise with a power that no age, no critic, no circumstance can take from you. Your morning mindset is not just a habit, It is a portal into the version of you that remembers, I am not broken, I am becoming, and I am no longer available for self-abuse. In the next part, we dive into something most people overlook entirely: spiritual energy. The unseen forces that shape how you feel, how you move, and whether your soul feels full or flat. Because sometimes, energy isn't just about sleep or food, it's about soul alignment. Let's go deeper. The real killer, it's not the food, not the phone, not even the lack of sleep. It's emotional self-neglect, that silent choice to wake up and forget who you are. You check your phone, but not your breath. You scroll through others, but not through your soul. You race into the world, but never ask, who am I becoming today? This is the invisible chain. You keep betraying your own spirit every morning, not on purpose, but out of habit. Because somewhere along the way, you stopped treating your mornings like a sacred beginning and started treating them like just another survival checkpoint. But what if you chose differently? What if tomorrow morning, before touching the phone, before the coffee, before the notifications, you placed your hand on your chest and remembered, I'm not here to repeat my old life. I'm here to wake up as the future version of myself. That shift alone can change your entire life. Because here's the truth no one tells you: the way you begin your morning is how you end your legacy.